Y'all, it's your girl Monét, and you're watching The Exchange Rate. Oh, the show where we might not get you rich, but we do offer a fantastic stimulus package. Oh, question, did you know that Dublin has the youngest population in Europe? Did you know that Dublin has over 750 pubs, which equals about 750 reasons to get shit-faced on a Tuesday night? Did you know that Dublin is home to early 2000s pop star sensation Samantha Mamba? Yay! Am I the only one excited about Samantha fucking Mamba? These are just a few of the interesting factoids I picked up during my lovely trip to Ireland this weekend, a country that I do kind of consider my second home. I mean, I really do. Why? You ready for it? 2 words: corned beef. A style of meat that perplexed me up until my trip this past weekend, but I'm now obsessed with. I don't know what multi-hyphenate genius decided to take a piece of beef and corn it, but whoever you are, God bless you, bitch. Amen. Speaking of blessings, our show is fully covered today because the legendary sex therapist, Dr. Ruth, is here. I know. But first, Becky! Wake Thank you. Do you guys like this outfit? I'm very uncomfortable. My waist is this big, and anyway. You know, a little afternoon tea never hurt nobody. I'm so excited to be here because there are lots of shit popping off in pop culture in the world, and we need to dive right in, okay? First of all, this is one thing that we all are very, it's been permeating our existence for the past couple weeks, Jay-Z. First of all, can we talk about this hair? Like, Beyonce is your fucking wife. Really, bitch? Like, that is what you are presenting to Queen Beyonce? Anyway, so Miss Jay-Z is teaming up with the NFL with his agency Roc Nation, and he's going to be their entertainment and social justice correspondent. Now, people are up in arms about this because if you remember his lyrics from, now Miss Thing back there, I know you know those Beyonce lyrics. Super Bowl, you need me, I don't need you. Fuck you, all this stuff, right? He's like, Super Bowl, you're trash, I'll never work with you. Now, he's teaming up with them. Now, here's my thing. I understand why people are upset because we still have things like Colin Kaepernick and, you know, and whereas I think they said it's like 80% of NFL athletes are black and 0% of the owners are black. You know what I mean? So there's this huge discrepancy and I get it. But I think we're in a time where we feel the need to like cancel everybody. Nobody can do any good. If you want to help get over to the other side, you need to have someone on that side pulling you over. So I think Jay-Z is being smart. He's like, hey, if we want to have more representation in the NFL for our athletes, I need to be on the inside. The call is coming from inside the house and help the people on that side. You know what I mean? You can't say like, fuck you, we want more help. We're gonna just stay on this side and do it. He's like, I'm gonna be on the inside to influence these folk to bring Kaepernick back in, okay? So before we are mad at Jay-Z and wanna cancel him and delete all our Beyonce albums, which ain't nobody gonna do, bitch, okay? Beyonce could come down and punch me in my no bit right now, I would bow and say thank you, all right? So, I mean, yes, I think we need to give ourselves a little more time to see how it goes, but for now, I think that Mr. Jay-Z is going to help our cause, and he's going to be on our team and get us some representation, amen? Amen. Thank you, Jay-Z. Also, now that Roc Nation is going to be part of NFL, y'all know what that means, right? Rihanna for a fucking halftime show, all right? Like, I think that will happen because also Rihanna promised us a fucking album this year and we haven't gotten it yet. There's this meme, have y'all seen it? It's like, it's a fans, Rihanna, we want a new album, Rihanna. Oh, y'all want Fenty car insurance? I got you, bitch, here we go. Because the running joke is that she's never gonna give us this album, but Rihanna is so petty and so shady, she's gonna wait till December 31st at 11:59 to drop her album, and I'm gonna be listening to it all 2020, all right? Rihanna, come on, bitch, we waiting for you. This next story is giving me lots of satisfaction because y'all heard about this shit, right? So if you don't know, if your Twitter has been down because of WikiLeaks or whatever the fuck, there's a petition going around signing to make the street outside of Trump Tower Barack Obama Avenue. Imagine how pissed off Trump would be if his address was 592 Obama Way Avenue, okay? Girl, he would be up in arms, he would be upset, and the petition has about 400,000 signatures, which I'm thinking we all love Barack. You would think that shit would be like 1.4 million, but it's only at 400,000. But it started off as a joke. No one thought that this would really take off, but like it has 400,000 signatures. So if you have time on your way walking to the subway, or if you're getting on the bus, going to work, whoever is watching this right now, Google Trump Obama Street and find the petition and sign it, and let's get it to 1 million. Can we do 1 million? I think we do 1 million. Now, also, you see all these petitions going around and you're like, who decides how many signatures? Does anyone know, like, who actually decides when a petition works? Do we, you know what I mean? Because I've signed 19,000 petitions. Ain't nothing happened in my life yet, okay? So maybe you need to, I don't know, however many we need, let's try to get it and make outside Trump Towers what is gonna be Hussein Barack Obama Avenue. I believe it's just the drama of it all. Thank you, Barack, and keep on fighting the good fight. Thank you, and that's all the stories we have today. Now, whether you're a skinny legend or a thick bitch, all shapes and sizes are beautiful. Amen? Amen. But a little cardio ain't never hurt nobody. Check it out. Hello, internet world, and welcome to a brand new episode of I Feel Skinny. We are here on the Lower East Side in New York for Switch Playground. Bitch, your girl Monét X Change is about to get snatched. I've heard some crazy stories about Switch Playground. There are like 49 different, I don't know what they're called, segments, sections, whatever it is. I'm gonna sweat, DNA is gonna be pouring out of my pores, and hopefully the bitch is gonna lose a ball or two, okay?
Here's your water.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're at station 7.
Yes, here we go, soak it up. Yes. That was an intense workout. The eyebrows are gone. I am left with 2 lowly fingernails. But it was all well worth it because I know a bitch lost at least 7 calories. You know what I'm saying? Probably the hardest part for me was staying focused with these very hot instructors, but staying on 12, 13, 14, and of course, Mr. Sap. Girl, this workout was intense.
I told you we'd get you snatched.
Well, I mean, that's TBD. Our guest today has devoted her entire life to sex, from radio to daytime TV to all the late night talk shows. She's been there to answer your most scandalous questions. And now the 4th edition.
Wait, not scandalous, your most pressing questions.
Yeah, okay, pressing questions. And now the 4th edition of her book, Sex for Dummies, hits the shelves. Everyone, please welcome the one, the only Dr. Ruth! Dr. Ruth! Oh, my love. Wie geht's das du?
Huh?
Wie geht's?
Mir geht's sehr gut, but if you talk German, they are not going to understand. So let's stay with English.
Good, well, that's all I know, so perfect. Dr. Ruth, how are you today, my dear?
I'm very good, and I watched your audience.
Uh-huh.
And they really like what you're saying.
Yes.
With me, people, please speak a little slower.
I will. I'm an ignorant millennial, so I talk really fast.
Right.
How you look radiant. You look beautiful. It's a very beautiful blouse.
91 and a half.
Are you really?
Talking about sex. Not only talking about sex, but writing the 4th edition.
I know.
Of Sex for Dummies.
Sex for Dummies. Now,
With pictures inside. Don't show them now.
okay.
Tell them to get the book and then look at the pictures.
Make sure y'all get Sex for Dummies, okay? When you have a late night in your dorm at NYU and you're like, oh, I wonder what Jacob's doing. Just look at the book and find out. You know what I'm saying? And this is available everywhere: iTunes, Amazon, everywhere. This is available. Yeah. So make sure you guys get that. Dr. Ruth, now I watched your documentary last night on Hulu.
Wait, say that a little slower.
I watched your documentary last night. Your movie.
On Hulu?
Yeah, on Hulu.
And you liked it?
It was incredible. Ask Dr. Ruth.
Right.
Now, here's the thing. Your life is so interesting. It feels like you lived many lives. But one of the most interesting...
But I've never lived as a man. That's the one thing I've never lived as a man.
Neither have I. So, one of the most amazing things that I found is that you have lived in the same apartment, despite all of your success, all over the world. You lived in the same...
In Washington Heights.
Washington Heights.
It's now called Hudson Heights.
Oh, okay, don't tell me about your address, girl.
Overlooking the Hudson.
Okay, yeah, she's overlooking the Hudson. It's like, how many bedrooms is your apartment? You must have so many things you've accumulated.
Wait a moment, you can't move in, but I have 3 bedrooms. But I have 3 bedrooms.
3 bedrooms?
Because I lived there with my late husband.
Yeah, your husband.
And we were married for almost 40 years.
40 years.
And I've raised 2 wonderful children who now have
You have 4 grandkids.
Wait, come here. I have the best grandchildren in the world.
In the world?
In the world. Nobody has grandchildren like mine. And on a serious note, since you watched the documentary on Hulu.
Yeah, on Hulu. Not Netflix, just so y'all aware. It's all Hulu.
So when I look at my 4 grandchildren, since you know that I was an orphan of the Holocaust, because the Nazis killed my whole family.
Yeah.
But when I watch my 4 grandchildren, I have such a sense of being almost as tall as you because Hitler is dead and my 4 grandchildren and I live.
Oh, yeah! Well, I think that's what feels most impressive to me about you, Dr. Ruth, is that you, even though you are 4'7", you're 4 feet 7 inches, you navigate the world like you are a 6'5" dude with a huge blank. You know what I'm saying?
Blank.
Like you navigate the world
Blank,
like you are
blank,
in
blank.
charge, and you are just like what gives you so much? What makes you so confident? What's this birth from?
That's a very serious question.
Yeah.
And you will get a serious answer. People like myself who were the first years of their childhood, the first 10 and a half years of my childhood, I lived in a family, in an Orthodox Jewish family, with a mother, a father, and a grandmother who had nothing else to do but take care of me.
Yeah.
So I had what is called in sociology the early socialization, the early years of my life were perfect. A good school, a good Jewish upbringing, going to synagogue, loving parents and loving grandparents on a farm,
Yeah.
and a grandmother living with us who had nothing else to do but take care of me.
you. Yeah.
I did a study of the other children, 50, who became orphans during the Holocaust, and what happened to them. And guess what? None of them committed suicide. None of them became clinically depressed. None of them became alcoholics or anything like that. And the reason is because the early years of their childhood were in an intact family with a lot of love.
So structured,
And
yeah.
that's how I can do, this is number 40.
40 books, y'all, 40 books.
I talk the books,
Yeah.
and Pierre writes them. I talk them. And this one here, specifically for an audience like yours, for the millenniums, because I put some new chapters in there about the importance of relationships. The art of conversation, except on your program, is getting lost because everybody is on their phone.
On their phone, yeah.
And I see a lot of difficulties forming relationships. So the good thing with this book is you don't have to read the whole book. You just take out the pictures of different positions
Well, what I also find...
and those like topics that are of interest to you right now, like forming relationships,
Yeah.
like not being alone. I'm very concerned, even about older people. I see some older people here. I'm very concerned about people being lonely.
Yeah.
So I did this 4th edition of the Sex for Dummies for that reason.
Well, and also because Dr. Ruth is you're very, very, very against open relationships. You don't think they work. You're like, open relationships are trash. Why? Because especially in this generation, lots of people, like I cannot tell you any one of my gay friends who is not in a relationship, who's not in an open relationship.
Wait. Careful. You know why?
Why?
Look, I'm old-fashioned and a square.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
saw the documentary.
Yeah, very old-fashioned.
But I have to tell you, open relationships, now you could have an argument with me. You could say if both agree. I'm saying nonsense. If there is an open relationship, somebody will get hurt because there will be jealousy. Somebody is going to be a better lover. Somebody is going to give you better orgasms. So there's going to be big problems.
Yeah.
So in my way of thinking, open relationships only in your mind. Anybody you see today, make believe that you are in bed with them, but don't do it actually. Only in your fantasy.
I like that.
Not only the issue of jealousy, but also the issue of sexually transmitted disease.
This is true.
We are now going to see a rise in AIDS. We're going to see a rise in syphilis and gonorrhea because of open relationships.
Yeah.
So in my way of thinking, in your fantasy, 3 people, 4 people, I don't care. Tall people, short people, it doesn't matter. Just in reality, find one person that is what is called in sociology a significant other. One person that you really can love.
Well, Dr. Ruth, I have yet to find him yet. I've been on the prowl for
Does it have
29
to be
years
him
now,
or her?
and
Wait, does it have to be a him or a her?
a him.
It has to be a him.
Yes.
It has to be a him.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, I want to learn something new.
Because and that's another thing that I found very interesting because you're very adamant about safe sex and always being safe. And now you have drugs like PrEP, who lots of people use it, and because of PrEP, they're not using condoms as much. So you are seeing an uprising in so many STDs.
And I have to tell you something seriously
Yeah.
speaking. For one moment, seriously speaking, not just sexually speaking.
Yeah.
I stay away from politics. I do not talk about politics, but I have to say the idea of Obama Street is funny. I have to say that. But I want to tell you that I stay away from politics. Somebody who talks about orgasm and resurrection, constantly has to stay away from politics, except I'm making an exception these days. I'm very sad when I see children being separated from parents, because that was my story. When I was 10 and a half, I saw my parents for the last time. And I'm very upset if abortion would become illegal again, because then only women with money will be able to obtain an abortion. They can go to Europe. And I'm very sad that in this great country of ours, so much money flying around that there's not enough money for family planning, for Planned Parenthood. So there are 3 things I do talk about.
Y'all heard it first. Dr. Ruth said, get your shit together, America. Because you worked at a Planned Parenthood in the 1960s.
That's how I started to become interested. And that was before AIDS raised its ugly head.
Yeah.
And that's how I became interested in becoming a psychosexual therapist, helping people who had difficulties obtaining not just an abortion, but obtaining sexual satisfaction, like orgasms. And I also was one who was very happy when Viagra came on the market.
Same.
But
me too.
But telling people you have to ask a doctor if you can take it. Because sometimes there are other issues in terms of men having difficulties obtaining or maintaining an erection. First, a doctor. If the doctor says yes, by all means, use it. I want to tell you what happened in this country. Do I have another minute?
Yeah, well, yes, whatever you want. Dr. Ruth, we are here all day. We are here for the Dr. Ruth seminar. I hope to be, anyway,
In this country, what happened when Viagra came on the market, here's what happened. A man went, he listened to me, he went to his urologist. The urologist said, yes, you can take it. He took Viagra. He now had an erection from the floor to the ceiling. He
that
comes
sounds like
home.
a Friday night, Dr. Ruth. I like that.
He comes home. He says to his wife, hop into bed. Guess what? He forgot her birthday. He forgot Valentine's Day. And not only that, in this culture of ours, when people have sports on television, he didn't talk to her for 3 days. Guess what? That wife told her husband what to do with that erection.
Well, Dr. Ruth, I'm sure our audience, they look like they have many questions for you. Can we take some audience questions?
Yes.
Is that okay with you?
Yes.
All right, we're going to get some.
Slowly, really.
Yes, slowly questions. I'll save them back to you just in case.
Yes.
Okay? Oh, look at you. Sir, are you taking Viagra as well?
Not yet.
No personal question.
Okay.
Just talk about your best friend who takes Viagra.
Well, hi, Monét.
Hi, babe.
You're always a winner in my eyes.
Oh, thank you.
It's a pleasure to talk to you and ask you a question.
Yes.
My question is what size of a penis is a dangerous size to take?
Guess what? Size has nothing to do with the sexual satisfaction of a woman. Because the only thing, sex is not between the waist and the knees, sex is up here. So the size, except if it's minuscule, then you have to go to a doctor. Nothing to do with the sexual satisfaction of a woman.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, what about for a man? Is there a size that may be too dangerous for a gentleman to
Look, if a man is very, very, very tall, like some I know, then I would say,
like some I know.
then I would say, I'll teach you a different position in order not to be hurtful to a short woman.
Got it.
That's it.
Got it.
There's a question.
What is the most daunting, unsolvable riddle in human social sexual behavior today? And how did the practice of psychology change over your professional lifetime?
Oh, this is deep.
Okay, that needs a doctoral dissertation. I will talk to you later.
Yes, thank you, my love.
Thank you.
Do we have one more question? Oh, this gentleman. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
You look very cute.
Thank you. You've experienced both the worst of things and fought in war as well, and
Dr. Ruth was a sniper in the army, if y'all don't know.
True.
A legitimately a
badly
sniper
wounded,
with a gun.
yes. I see you did your homework and you did
Of course,
too.
well, of course.
Yeah.
So from that to the control of the media, which you've mastered, what would you like to do in some creative venture that you haven't done, or what eluded you that you would like to have done?
Okay, two things. One is I can still dance a whole night if I find a good partner. Can you dance?
Absolutely. At the gala in December, how's that?
So on a serious note, in the Talmud, in the Jewish tradition, it says that a lesson taught with humor is a lesson retained. And it also says you learn from your students. That's why I'm still teaching. I'm teaching my 5th year at Columbia University Teachers College. I now teach a mini course also at Hunter College because I learn something new from every student that I teach. And so if I'm being asked what else do I want to do, I now want to see my grandchildren getting married. I would like to see one of them having a baby so that I can hold another baby in my arms. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm fine. I used to be a top-notch skier, black diamond, not double diamond, but diamond. I don't ski anymore, but I can still talk day and night.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Ruth, you forgot. Don't you want to see me get married one day?
Do I want to get remarried?
Do you want to see me get married one day?
I don't know you well enough. I don't know what kind of he, she, husband, wife you would be.
Okay. I think I would be a very pretty one. Do you agree?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, I do.
That was Dr. Ruth. Now, this show would not be complete if we did not do a little game, okay? So we're going to do a game called Safe for Work. See the picture right there? So what's going to happen is that, Luke, bring out the things, please. We're getting a tray, Dr. Ruth. This is a tray. So what's going to happen? We have a tray of an assortment of toys, and Dr. Ruth and I have to decide together if they're safe for work or not safe for work, all right? Are they adult toys or something else? Now, Dr. Ruth, these are very...
I've never seen that junk.
I know. A lot of these look very... I'm up in the air for about all of them. So we'll decide together, and then they'll tell us if it's safe for work. Is it not an adult toy, or is it not safe for work? Is it an adult toy? Okay. Let's go one by one. Let's start with this one. I'm guessing that this is some type of adult something. Like you put this somewhere in a thing, in a place, or on something.
I wouldn't suggest that. Not so diamond. Put it away.
I mean, it looks dangerous, but oh.
I know what. Let me see it. Not even for a baby.
So you're saying that this is safe for work, that this is not an adult toy?
No.
All right, this is not an adult toy. What is it? Oh, this is a dog toy. This is a dog chew toy. You see?
For
I mean,
dog?
but this could be fun with the right person. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. All right.
Okay, that's the first time in my life that I'm on a television show talking about dogs. Never before.
Okay, let's go with this one, Dr. Ruth. What do you think? Do you want to hold it?
No.
This looks like a shoehorn. I think this is a shoehorn. This could not be a sexual toy. What do you think? No?
Dangerous.
Is it?
Next.
This is dangerous?
Dangerous. Next.
Yeah. Okay. This is a kitchen spatula. So here we go. Now this is a toy. This is an adult toy.
Maybe.
Maybe.
For women?
Do you want to touch?
Do I want to touch? I'll touch. I have to tell you something.
What?
That I gave my name, Dr. Ruth, to a vibrator. It's called an aerosolator.
Oh.
And I tell you why I did it. The man who came up with this idea is a Swiss scientist who is the first to come up with an electric toothbrush.
Oh.
So I thought if he does a vibrator, I could put my name on it.
So you're right. These are anal balls. They're
That's okay.
vibrating anal balls. Woo!
That's all right. If that can be helped.
Okay. You're good.
You know what? It doesn't look dangerous.
It doesn't.
Except if it's anal, you have to get his or her agreement, and you have to make sure that it gets washed.
Oh, yeah. So,
go ahead.
yeah, so both parties have to be into it. Agreed, because I've been surprised many a time. There we go. This one, Dr.
Who
Ruth.
came up with this tray?
I don't know. This is very festive. What do you think? Adult toy or not?
Maybe.
Maybe? I'm going to say yes. I've seen this on one of Bella Thorne's new movies. I don't know. No, it's not. It's a dog toy, Dr. Ruth. Let's do two more. Let's do two more, Dr. Ruth.
Why does a scissor here?
What is a scissor? That's not a scissor, girl.
What's that?
I don't know. This looks dangerous. Do you think this is an adult toy?
It looks dangerous.
We're going to say no, this is not an adult toy.
So the only one that is really okay in my way of thinking, so the next edition of Sex for Dummies, 5th edition, I'm going to include that.
Thank you. Y'all, Dr. Ruth is a fucking legend. Please make some noise for Dr. Ruth. Thank you so much for being here, baby. And listen, make sure you guys go get Dr. Ruth's new book, the 4th edition of her new book, and also watch her documentary available only on Hulu. Thank you. We love you so much, Dr. Ruth. Now,
Yeah, very good.
yes, before we go, I'm giving out our tip of the week. This week's tip goes out to the incredible Simone Biles, who is now the most decorated gymnast in all of history. With 23 championship medals to her name, she's also the first gymnast to land a double twisting, double somersault in competition. Work, bitch! Yes. Now that's all for this week. Tune in next time, and remember to always keep your currency in check. Peace! Thank you for being here, Dr. Ruth.